When this silver coin was first minted in the United States, it was worth $1. 2 centuries later, one of these specimens sold at auction for over $3 million US. It wasn't the only rare coin fetching a pretty penny. Last year, 8 rare American coins were sold at auction for over $1 million. This was despite cancelled coin shows and the absence of physical auctions due to the pandemic. According to the Knight Frank Luxury Investment Index, rare coins have been on an upward trend for the past 10 years.
According to our index, which tracks the actual value of rare English coins, that's up 72%. There's been some coins that have performed actually much more strongly than that. For example, there was a rare, they call it the Brasher doubloon, that was sold earlier this year for almost $10 million US. And I think there was a couple of Chinese coins actually that sold at auction for over $1 million as well.
目前在我们亚洲，尤其是新加坡、马来西亚、泰国、香港、中国，已经开始跟当时比较了。如今我觉得增值的已经超过100%了。这个几年来我们所看到的价值的，当然每一种产品或者投资，它的起落的价值都是有上跟下，那么甚至乎增长空间能够升值到300%或200%都不止。
Long-time collector of coins and bills. Over 20 years, he estimates he spent enough to buy an HDB flat. What started as a hobby started to gain real currency in the years following the Asian financial crisis in the late 1990s.
2003, then I think I need some money. I disposed some of my collectibles. And then suddenly I realized that many of them actually appreciate 50% from the cost of purchase. Then I started to get interested that this could be not just a hobby, it could be also an investment for a retirement fund.
Mr. Wan also collects coins with a special property. Unusual or sought-after numbering can make one coin or bill worth more than another.
To make it valuable, they must have very unique or special property. Okay, as for me, for example, I am a solid number collector. Solid number means the banknotes with the serial number with all the identical numbers. For example, like all number 8. And in order to find the banknotes with all serial number 8 is actually not easy. So this will become a basis for the rarity or some thing like high denomination.
But like also largely determined by rarity.
如果要如何知道这个钱币会比较稀少的话呢？我们可以从一些目录的指南，就是钱币指南册。那么有这个指南册呢，指南了一些价位比较高，一些原因可能是它的数量而定。你可想而知，要是市场上可能有2万个收藏家，那么这个产品只有100套而已。那么这样子的状况以下呢，它基本上是不够供应。
Like all investments, prices can go down as well as up. It helps if the specimen is in mint condition.
Just for example, if you take a brand new note, if you fold it by half, your value may depreciate more than 50%.
What it boils down to is education. You have to really start understanding what you're buying.
PCGS is a company that offers standardized coin grading, authentication, and attribution.
You can trace the ownership back, a century. And so you know who has owned this particular item. It's like we have pedigrees that exist.
Some specimens are valuable because they're associated with important historical periods or persons.
You may have a coin that's incredibly special that has a lower grade, but it's still special and will still command a high value regardless of the grade itself. Like in Chinese vintage coins, over half of the coins that we authenticate are just authentic with details. they can't even receive a grade because the condition, they were damaged. I mean, once again, we're buying history.
But could traditional coins and bills become history, given the rise of digital currencies?
So in terms of like that are making things rarer, I don't necessarily see this being an issue. One of the things that people do bring up, though, is that if society becomes cashless, will, for example, the nostalgic value to a particular, or to coins, or some of the key factors that make people want to collect them, will those go away?
An alternative investment that can make you a pretty penny. A new frontier of opportunities for investors, and how businesses can lead the way to tackle the climate code red.